Good morning everyone. Yesterday we have already discussed about the Henry law. So today we will discuss application of Henry law. How many applications are there? 3 applications. First one, bottles of soft drinks are sealed under high pressure to increase the solubility of carbon dioxide. Actually, what is the meaning of this? Whenever you have seen, I think, cold drinks, how it is made, if you will dissolve carbon dioxide gas in water, then you will get cold drink. Okay, but if you will see on bottle it is written there expiry date. Why it is written? Because when CO2 and water, it will come in contact with each other for a long time, then it will create a reaction, it will cause a reaction, and it leads to the formation of carbonic acid. Okay, and carbonic acid, it is very harmful. That's why the expiry date, it is written on the bottles of cold drink. Okay, so what is the meaning here? If you will dissolve carbon dioxide in water, you will get the soft drinks. But how it will work? If you will apply high pressure on carbon dioxide, it will increase the mole fraction of carbon dioxide in water and solubility will increase. Indirectly you can say, if there is a high partial pressure of carbon dioxide, the solubility will increase. Okay, so second application is there. At high altitude, low blood oxygen makes the people weak and cause problem called anoxia. Actually in exam they are asking what is the meaning of anoxia. You have to write this. Okay, if you will go at higher altitude, the blood pressure will decrease. Okay, we know, that's why they are taking the cylinder with them. In that cylinder the oxygen, it is filled, okay, to compensate the blood pressure. So if you will go at higher altitude, the low blood oxygen level will decrease, which result in the problem, and that is called anoxia. So it is also based upon the Henry law, which states that if more will be the partial pressure, more will be the solubility. At higher altitude the pressure it is less, then solubility will be the less, and which results into the anoxia. Okay, that's why our blood becomes deficient in oxygen level. Our third application is scuba divers use air tanks diluted with helium, nitrogen and oxygen to avoid toxic effect of nitrogen in blood. Okay, what is the meaning of this? Scuba divers, I think you all know. Divers, that is going to in a pond, means in a river or sea, you can say. Whenever they are going down, they are carrying the air tanks that is diluted with nitrogen and oxygen. Earlier they were taking only the nitrogen with oxygen. Okay, oxygen, it is used for metabolism of the reaction of our body. Okay, oxygen we are using, but why they are diluted it with nitrogen? Just to compensate the pressure of the oxygen gas. But nowadays it is also diluted with helium. Why? Because nitrogen create a more toxic effect as compared to other inert gases. So now we are compensating it with helium. Okay, helium is also an inert gas, but it will not affect the it will not create any toxic effect. Okay, so nowadays scuba divers, they are carrying the air tanks diluted with mainly helium, and they are taking a little quantity of nitrogen just to avoid the toxic effect of nitrogen in blood. Okay, so all these three applications are very important. Actually what they are asking is, scuba divers, they are filling the air tanks with which element? You can answer helium and nitrogen. Okay, and anoxia, it is a disease that we are getting at higher altitude. Okay, carbon dioxide is used for making a soft drink. So few practice questions I have written here. Okay, generally in which form they are asking. States Henry law, write its one application. What is the effect of temperature on the solubility of gases in liquid? I think you should know. If you will increase the temperature of any liquid, you have taken a liquid in a container. If you will increase the temperature, with increase of temperature, molecular speed will increase. Okay, if there is any gas present in the liquid, then speed of molecule will increase and it will try to escape into the atmosphere. Okay, so we can say na, by increasing temperature, the dissolved gas, it will escape into the atmosphere. But what we want, We want that if you want that gas should dissolve in water, then what you have to do? You have to decrease the temperature, because by increasing temperature molecular speed will increase and it will escape into the atmosphere. But if you will decrease the temperature, the molecular speed will decrease and it will go down, okay, into the liquid. It will try to dissolve into the liquid, and that only we need. So what is the relation between temperature and solubility? Temperature is inversely proportional to solubility, okay. And one more thing you should know, solubility is inversely proportional to KH, that we have already discussed, okay. More will be the value of KH, less will be the solubility. So here answer it is, Henry law states that partial pressure of the gas in vapor phase is proportional to the mole fraction of the gas in the solution. Application that I have already explained, okay, of cold drink you can explain. Solubility of gas in liquid decrease with increase of temperature. It is inversely. As dissolution of gas in a liquid is exothermic. Very important point it is, because solubility of gas in a liquid, it is according to Henry law, okay. Whenever they will ask about Henry law, they can ask like this, it is applicable for liquid in liquid, solid in liquid, or gas in liquid, then your answer will be gas in liquid. And gas in liquid solubility is always exothermic process, it is always exothermic. And we have done in 11th class in equilibrium chapter, in exothermic process we need less temperature to carry out the reaction in a forward direction, okay. For exothermic we need less temperature, okay, but for endothermic we need high temperature to favor the reaction, okay. So exothermic process, it is in Henry law only, na. So one more question is there, why aquatic species are more comfortable in cold water rather than in warm water? Very important question this also. Okay, in cold water as compared to warm water, same reason. Warm water means you have high temperature, okay, water is hot. In hot water solubility will be the less, okay. So in hot water solubility of oxygen it is very less, but if it is cold water then solubility will be the more, okay. So why aquatic species they are feeling more comfortable? Because according to Henry law, solubility it is inversely proportional to temperature, and cold water they are having more solubility of oxygen, in that dissolved oxygen present in more quantity. So they will feel much better in cold water as compared to hot water. Okay, one more question is there, why is air diluted with helium in the tanks used by the scuba diver? Okay, so actual explanation you can write this only, when scuba divers dive deep into the sea, large amount of nitrogen dissolved in their blood due to increased pressure underwater. If you will go down, pressure will increase, but if you will go up, then pressure will decrease, okay. As a result of this, nitrogen will dissolve in our blood. When they come back to the surface, solubility of nitrogen decreases because pressure will decrease, okay. It separates from the blood and form a small air bubbles, which is called bands. So this disease it is called bands, okay. When you will come up, then it will result in the formation of air bubbles, okay, formation of air bubbles in our blood, and that disease it is called bands. Therefore air in the tanks used by scuba divers is diluted with helium gas, because it is very less soluble, okay. It will not affect the blood pressure. So they can ask like that, why it is diluted with helium but not with nitrogen, okay. I have already told to you that when you will go at higher altitude, then disease will be anoxia, okay. When you will go down in a deep sea, then the disease it is called bands. Don't write opposite in that. Is it clear to all? So now you can see here again 3 formulas I will write here. Okay, according to Henry law, it is applicable for gas in liquid. Okay, then what will be the formula? Partial pressure is equal to KH into mole fraction. According to Dalton law, it is applicable for gas in gas. Then partial pressure is equal to P total into mole fraction. Okay, according to Rolle's law, for volatile liquid, it is applicable for liquid in liquid. Many times I told you all these 3 laws because it is very important. Okay, difference you should know. And here partial pressure is equal to P naught into X. What is P naught here? It is the vapor pressure in pure state. Okay, one more thing, in numericals they can ask from you, if partial pressure they have given for any quantity, any mixture, then all these partial pressure you can put equal to each other. Okay, but only mole fraction of Henry law and mole fraction of Raoult's law you can put equal to each other, but not equal to Dalton law. Dalton law के equal नहीं रखना. Why? What is the reason behind that? Okay, whenever you will dissolve gas in liquid, how gas can dissolve? It can dissolve only when gas will come under the state of liquid. Gas when dissolved in liquid, then it has to convert into the liquid state. So finally the mixture you will get liquid in liquid. Same in case of Raoult's law, you can get liquid in liquid. So both now becomes equal to each other. So in terms of mole fraction, you can write Henry law and Raoult's law equal to each other only in terms of mole fraction. But in Dalton law, you can't keep mole fraction of, according to Dalton law, you can't keep mole fraction equal to Henry as well as Raoult's law. Is it clear to all? Okay, so up to this you have to do. Thank you and have a nice day.